Warning. Intruder alert. The Open University STEM social media accounts have been breached. Call security.
Initializing cybersecurity lockdown. Lockdown status update.
Lockdown failed.
Hi there, that wasn't really a hacking. Basically, the STEM comms team have actually given me access to their social media accounts. Basically, it's an opportunity for you as a student to get to know me a bit more by asking any questions that you may have. It's also an opportunity for me to give you important updates and information with regards to the association and the university, and also on information on how you can get involved in the STEM faculty. So next, introducing the STEM faculty representative, me.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello there, it's Scott here, the STEM faculty representative for, the faculty representative for STEM, obviously. First of all, want to apologise for last week. For just technical issues, I was unable to do the second event, but we've rescheduled it for now. So here's your chance to ask me any questions that you may have. But we've got a little bit of a structure as well. If you've got any questions, then if you pop it in the live chat, and the lovely Katrina will forward them on to me, and I can answer them questions the best I can. Okay, so as I said, it is the STEM hack event. So we've got some discussion points. So first of all, we're going to go through some general information and updates. Then we've got some study tips and info. And then a little bit more about me and the role I do. And then how maybe you can get involved in the university, the STEM faculty or the association. And then any other further questions that you may have. Okay. So, general information. So just bear with me 1 second. Because I forgot to load up my document. Just bear with me 1 second. There we go. Okay, yeah, so basically just some general information with regards to the association, the university and the STEM faculty. So if we go on to the next, right, now the next slide is basically the National Student Survey video. Okay, so you won't be able to see me, it'll just be the video. So here it goes.
Your voice matters. Now the National Student Survey is your chance to share your honest feedback about your experiences at the Open University.
Drive positive change. Your input helps us to improve teaching facilities and support for our future students.
Hi fellow students, if you've been invited to take part in the NSS survey, please do so. It's quick and easy to complete and will have a lasting impact.
And it's not just all work and no play, because you can be with a chance to win. I don't know about you guys, I'm going to go complete it.
Make your experience count. To help us to ensure the Open University can continue to grow and improve by having your say today. Just to let you know, the survey closes on the 30th of April.
Okay. Just to let you know, I actually did my survey yesterday. It's really interesting. It is a chance for you to have your voice heard. I strongly recommend that every student does that. And the deadline is the 30th of April. Okay, so on the slide basically says what it says. What does a student leadership team member do? Well, myself and a dear friend and fellow SLT member, Sharon, we actually both created an article on the Hoot. And I'm sure Katrina is just about to pop a link to that article now. But yeah, so it's called A Day in the Life of an SLT Member. Okay, and it looks a little bit like this. Okay, so basically it just goes through, what we do as a volunteer, and the various tasks that we get involved in, and also some of the fantastic opportunities that we get involved in as well. And before moving on, Katrina, is there any questions at all? Let's have a look. What types of questions are asked on the survey? I've slept since. No, on a serious note, it's things like, are you? Let me try and remember a question. So, do you feel like you are able to develop your ideas in your tutorials? That's an example of a question. There may be lots more, satisfaction with the courses, satisfaction with the university itself, make sure that you feel part of a community. There's lots and lots of questions around that. As I said, without your say, we as a university and an association don't know what we need to do. Yeah, so it's really important you really do get involved in that. Okay, so that is a day and life of an SLT member, the Hoot article. Now, another update that we've got is we have our by-elections, the association's by-elections. Okay. Now, the candidates have been announced yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before. But yeah, they have been announced, and Katrina I'm sure she'll post a link in the chat at any moment. But yeah, go check out the candidates. Again, when the voting opens, it's in. I'm trying to think when that is now. Just bear 1 second. I should know this, being an SLT member. Just bear with me 1 second. It is on the... what's the elections? It is on the 17th of April, the voting opens. So it is really important that you vote for your candidates. Go check out their manifestos. And also, the voting closes on the 7th of May at noon as well. Okay. Now, another thing that I'd like to move on to is the associations, clubs and societies. But before I do, is there any questions from anyone in the live chat at all, Katrina? Nothing right now. Okay, brilliant. Let's move on then. So the associations, clubs and societies. Okay, so there's lots and lots of clubs and societies that the association run. I've just realised I'm looking at my screen, the camera's there. So there's lots and lots of, so there's lots of STEM related clubs and societies, that you can get involved in. Being a distant student, as you may know, it can feel isolating. So being part of a club or a society makes you feel part of a community as well. It makes you feel valued, makes you feel a sense of belonging. I certainly do when I go along to these clubs and societies. Okay, so moving on to the next one then. So getting involved with the Open University. Now we have on the Open University's website, there is a community page. And on there, it'll have student voice, it'll have lots of different, lots of different ways that you can get involved with the Open University by sitting on committees. There's lots of different ways, really. But yeah, visit that link, community.open.ac.uk, and you'll be able to find out how you can get involved with the Open University. A question that's just come in. So what do you mean by student voice? Right. Now, as as a student leadership team member, my job is to listen to the student body, okay? But now, you giving your opinions or any issues that you may have that affects the student body, that is your student voice, okay? It's your power, yeah? So you can come to me, and if in STEM you can come to me. If you've got any issues, I can then raise it higher to whoever it needs to go, yeah? I hope that answers your question. Now some really exciting news I've got for you. We do have a new executive dean starting very soon, and again, Katrina, I've forgotten the date. If you know that or not, I've put it on the spot. Oh, it's already started. Okay, yeah, there we go. Oops. So we have a new STEM executive dean. His name is Mike Fernando. Now, one of the opportunities that I was mentioning about in the Hoot article that I got was I actually interviewed Mike Fernando, and he is a lovely, lovely gentleman. We couldn't have asked for anyone better, to be honest. So that is the new STEM executive dean. Now, what we're going to do, before I move on to the next one, Katrina, any questions? There's a rather dirty, tumbler there. Right, okay, so let's go on to study tips and information. Right, so if we go to the next one, right, so there's 3 study tips I'd like to give you. So, the first one is plan your study. Schedule absolutely everything, okay? So, if you work, then schedule your shifts, okay, in a calendar, for example, and then pop in your study time. Also, it's really, really important to slot in your free time and family time, yeah? Reason being is because if you don't get them gaps, then you're not going to be able to rest, and you're not going to be able to study or work, or so it's really, really important you get that free time in as well. Okay. The next study tip I would like to give to you is the Pomodoro technique. Now, for those of you who have never heard of this technique, what it is, we've just got a question coming in before I move on to the explanation of Pomodoro technique. So outside of our modules, what study support is available? There's lots and lots and lots of study support. The association, they offer body doubling sessions with regards to being able to study. You can also speak to the student support team. Now, the student support team are a fantastic resource. If you're unable to, get hold of your tutor for any reason, they may be rather busy, especially during exam time, then contact the student support team. They're there to help you and support you. Okay. The Pomodoro technique, that's where I was. Yeah, the Pomodoro technique, what it is a tool that is used to increase efficiency whilst working on a project or a piece of work. Okay? So, this is how it works. Say, for example, I plan what I wanted to do in a session, and I think, how long is that going to take? Say it's about an hour. So that is, so what I would do is the first 25 minutes, I would study or, do what I needed to do, or work-wise. Then I take a 5-minute break away from my desk. Okay, you have to do it away from your desk, because if you don't, then you're just going to feel sluggish, and you're not going to really achieve that way. So spend 5 minutes away from your desk, come back, and then restart. So 25 minutes again. Now so it's 25 minutes, 5 minutes. Now that repeats 4 times. Okay? But on the 4th break, you take a 20-minute break. Okay? And then if you've got more work to do, then you repeat. So it's 25, 5, 25, 5, 25, 5, 25, 20, and then you repeat that again. Okay? And I found that invaluable to increase my productivity. And also procrastination as well. Promise to do 1 POM. That's what it's called. The 25 minutes and the 5 minute. Promise yourself to do 1 POM, because once you get on a roll, you keep on going. You know, it's just starting. It is a lot of the issues I find. The last study tip I'd like to give to you is read your TMAs at the beginning of your module. And you're thinking, yeah, I've got ages to, you know, when you start your module, I've got ages to, you know, to worry about my TMA. No. What you need to do is read your TMA at the beginning of the module, because when you are going through your module and learning, you know, what you need to know, at least you can say, the TMA mentions this, I need to keep a note of this, or need to study this a bit more, you know. So it's really good to study your TMAs so that you can pick up key points as you're learning throughout your modules. Any other questions at all, Katrina, before I go on to the next bit? No? Okay, no worries. Okay, so now next I'm going to talk about a subject that some of us are scared of, but you know, I'm going to tackle it head on and give you all the rundown and the info. It is generative AI. Okay, so it's the policy and how to use it effectively. Okay, so right, one thing, well, the 3 tips there with regards to generative AI is don't be afraid of it. Use it. Yeah, because it's not going to take over the world. You know, it is there to help you. Okay. Also, let AI be a tool for your studies. Don't let it do the work for you. What I mean by that is, say for example, you was writing an essay. What you could say is, you know, copy the essay, pop it into Gen AI, and then say, could you please do something like review the document and give me tips on how to improve conciseness and grammar, for example. And it will give you that advice. And then what you do is you rewrite the document, you know, in your own words. Okay. Also, check your assessments category. So basically, the assessments category in your TMAs, there's 3 categories, but I'm going to go on to that in just a moment. But before I do, there is a question just come in. So what sort of AI tools have you used for study help? Yes, I'm neurodivergent, and I have claimed disabled students allowance. Disabled students allowance, and part of that I get a piece of software called Gleam. Now you can get it anyway, you can buy it as well without going through DSA, but it is a fantastic piece of AI software. What it does, what I use it for, is I record my tutorials through Gleam, and then what it does is it then transcribes it, and then it picks out, the AI picks out key points or important points. It then can even produce a quiz for you, flashcards. It's a fantastic piece of software, and it's something that without Gleam I don't know where I'd be. Thank you to whoever made Gleam. Right. So, also I do use things like Copilot, you know, Google Gemini as well, but just be careful of them, because don't fall into that trap of using it as a tool to answer it for you. Always, you need to answer it, you just need to use it as a tool rather than an answering device. Okay, so next I just want to go over the generative AI policy. Well, there's a link there for the generative AI policy. Now I'm sure Katrina will post that link in the chat anytime. Okay, now on the generative AI policy page, there is, as I said, we're talking about these 3 categories of assessment. Okay, now this category 1. You cannot use generative AI to complete an assessment piece. So hands off, do not use, or else you will fail. You could be done for academic misconduct. It's a complete no-go. Do not go there. Okay. So, and then the next category is category 2. So you may use generative AI to assist you in completing an assessment piece. So basically, as I said, use it as a tool. Okay. But also you don't have to use it, in the assessment. So it's giving you the option to use it in this one. And then category 3, you must use generative AI to complete an assessment piece because it wants to hear from the generative AI, So just let you know, most assessments are category 2, but it is always best to look in your TMA and it will tell you there what category it is. And just to show you where, on my latest TMA, it says it here. So I can't quite read that there. Yeah, but guidelines. And then Gen AI use, and it says this is a category 2 of the Gen AI for students. Yeah. And then so always look at your TMA and under the guidance and just check what category it falls under, because you don't want to get stung or done for academic misconduct. Absolutely no. Before we move on to the bear with me 1 second. Question just come in. So speaking of neurodiversity, what support is available to students who claim disability? Well, there's lots and lots of support actually. We do have the, in the association we do have our disabled students group. Sorry. Okay. They can offer lots of help, and assistance. For example, with filling out forms and things like that. But also, we do have our disability support team within the university. They are a fantastic crew, a fantastic team, and they do a lot of hard work. So well done to the disability support team and also the disabled students group as well, because without them, a lot of the Open University, believe it or not, is made up of people in some way or another are disabled. Okay, not everyone. Let me just point that out there. Not everyone, but a lot of people are disabled at the Open University, and without them, they don't know where we would be. I don't think. So well done to them 2 teams as well. Right. Any other questions at all, Katrina? Okay. Any examples of support? Okay. So, the support that can be offered is, for example, it could be printed books. Printed books, believe it or not, go a long way. Because if you, for example, like myself, I'm studying the Bachelor of Science. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. I'm ever so sorry. Bachelor of Science in Computing and IT. And the thing is, it's a very technical, online, computer-based degree. So, for those who have a disability, it may be necessary for them to have a printed book. Also, we can help with, filling out your DSA application form, and also, offering things like. There's lots of funding available if you for various reasons as well. I think that's and there's lots more support as well. Another question. So what about IT support? I seem to struggle with OU IT issues. is there a place on Student Home where I can look for help? Yes, there is. What you need to do is if you go to your Student Home page, I'm trying to do this, I'll bring up her page myself, 1 second. Just bear with me. I will misinform you if I don't do it. Right, I'm just logging on into my Student Home page now, and it is going to take a while. So just I'm straight in. Okay, so right, yeah. So what you need to do is, if you need to contact IT, then what you can do is, if you click in your Student Home, it should say Help Centre on the top right. It's the last link. If you click that, and then it will bring you to. It says what you're looking for. If you just scroll down. Okay, and it should say Computing Help. It's on the left hand side, it's the third one up. Okay, and then obviously that's all your computing tips and help. And then what you can do is, if you wanted to contact the IT help desk themselves, if you click Contact Us and then scroll down, you'll get your tutors, you get the student support team, and then you will get the Computing and Distribution Help Desk. And there's lots of various options that you can use to contact them as well. Okay, just bear with me 1 second. Okay, I believe Katrina is popping a link in the chat as well. But also other things with regards to support as well. There is the OU Study app as well. You know, I sometimes use this when I'm out and about or I'm in a rush. I have it on my phone, and you know, I sometimes do a bit of studying whilst I'm travelling or on the fly. You know, if I'm waiting around for someone, you know, I'll read a bit of my module or do a bit of my assessment. So the OU Study app is a really great resource as well. Right, moving on to the next bit then. So, all about me. I know it sounds bad. So basically, just to let you know, I do have my own website. So it's scotthw.co.uk, where it tells me a bit about my journey through the Open University, how I felt, becoming a student leader at the Open University Students Association. There's lots and lots of stuff. It also about music, because I'm a big fan of classical music. You know, lots of stuff on there. Right, so also there are well-being apps and services that are currently at the Open University, and they are the Shout text messaging service, a free confidential service. But also, what I'd like to draw your attention to more so is the OU Wellbeing app. 1 second, spare with me. Okay. Yeah. So I was just reading something that Katrina mentioned there. Yeah, I mentioned that. Yeah, brilliant. So what the OU Wellbeing app, it is a fantastic app. It's got lots and lots of resources to maintain a healthy, or try to give you a good well-being. Okay. Now, one thing I really do like about this, the Wellbeing app, is it's got a little robot, and it's called Charlie. And if you don't check in with him, he sort of like prods you, you know, through notifications. And it just reminds you to look after yourself, which is great, I think. Yeah, it's really good. Okay, also, every month, myself and the faculty representative team in the association, we hold a monthly faculty representative session. So this is another great opportunity for you to raise any concerns that affect the student body, anything with regards to your module, or anything that you just want to meet the faculty representatives. That's absolutely fine as well. You know, sometimes we go off tangent and we talk about lots of different subjects, but yeah, it's just a good opportunity to come and meet us, really. So yeah, come along. Right, and then USA Rep Recruitment. Yes, I've completely forgot to bring up that one. So let me just bring that up now. we do have the association's representative recruitment happening at the moment. It is on our website. In fact, I think if you go onto our website, it's one of the first things that actually pops up at you to say become a student representative. There's lots of different things that you can become a representative for, but there's three main categories. So student representative, so that could be sitting on academic quality and governance committees, curriculum partnership committees, lots of things like that. There is also the postgraduate and research student representatives and central disciplinary. I'll say that again. Central disciplinary committee student representatives as well. Now, just to let you know that we do have a deadline. I'm trying to find out when it is now. There you go. Applications close on the 25th of May. Okay, so if you go on the website and look for the USA rep openings, then you can apply there as well. Right, okay, so let's go back to, let me just reread what Katrina was saying there. So, okay, and I believe Katrina, she just put a link in the chat as well for about the USA rep recruitment as well. So, that is a really good question. Who should I talk to if I want to switch modules, defer modules, or withdraw from study? Well, initially it would be the student support team. Okay, the student support team, as I said, if it isn't something with regards to your tutor, like the actual subject itself, then it's the student support team. Always student support team. The thing is that as a faculty representative, we cannot take individual caseloads. We can take on issues that affect the student body, but this is where the student support team come in. The student support team are there to offer you support with regards to switching modules, deferring, or withdrawing from study. And they may be able to give you a different angle, to maybe reconsider as well. And just give you more options as well. So I believe their contact details are on the contact page, like I mentioned earlier. Okay. Right. Okay. Any questions before I move on, Katrina? Okay, so there's a question just come in. So, what kind of help is available during and after your studies, career-wise? Well, we do have another fantastic team. OU are full of fantastic teams, and they are the careers and employability teams. They host webinars, insight days, job opportunities on Opportunity Hub. One thing that I was involved in very recently was a collaboration event, with the Faculty of Business and Law, actually. That's a great, a great thing that I was involved in. So collaboration events with the faculty and help with one-to-one career consultations. I've had a career consultation because at one point I was deciding what I wanted to be when I left uni. I've now decided. They really helped me and put me in contact with things like GradCracker, and also gave me a lot of useful links as well to help me make my decision. Right. Okay. So let's have a look. So I believe it just opens it out to the floor, really. Katrina has posted links to the Careers and Employability Service and the Opportunity Hub in the comments as well. So basically, I'll wait for about 30 seconds to a minute to see if any more. Oh, there is another question. So, what was your careers consultation like? And what sort of questions did they ask? Was it virtual? Yeah. So basically, I think there's two types of careers. What do you call them? Appointments, I'd say, that you can take. There's a 20-minute and a 45-minute, I believe, or a 40-minute. And yeah, it is a virtual thing. It's hosted through Teams. And basically, it was just like speaking to a friend, I just, I'm struggling. I just don't know what to do with regards to my career, after I leave uni. She's like, well, have you explored this? Have you explored that? And we just went through various different options. And then from, what they did is they just prompt us with nice, friendly questions. And from that, we developed an action plan. And boom, off I went. It was great. They give you a full action plan report afterwards. I can't actually find it at the moment, but it's somewhere in my emails. But yeah, it is a fantastic. It gave me a lot of information and very useful. So I'd highly recommend that. When I finish a level of study, say a certificate or diploma level, does the uni automatically award those, or do I need to request it? They, providing you've passed your TMAs, on the results day, they will award them to you. But what you need to, for example, if you at the degree level, then for the graduation, you do need to apply and book your space on the graduations. But for the certificate and diploma levels, they will automatically, give you them awards. So no need to worry about that. So as I said, I'm going to wait for about 30 seconds to about a minute. If no more questions are coming in, I see Katrina's writing something, so I'll just hold fire. Where can I find out about student-facing events and news? Well, there's various places. So what you can do is there's the association's website for events. They host lots and lots of events. We've got ram-packed calendar full of events on the association. Also, if you look, have a look keep an eye out on your module website for any news, because it could be events happening there as well. So keep an eye out for them. I'm trying to think now. So just keep an eye on your module websites, and also the association's website events page. Katrina's just writing. That's why I'm just waiting. So just bear with me. Okay. Yeah. So talk about the library. So the library, for most students, they don't get a chance to visit the campus. They may do, but the Open University's library is based online, and that can be accessed via the student home. Okay, now the library does offer webinars to help with things like referencing, so cite them right. It is what we use as a university. Now, because we are distance learners, we there's something that we should utilise quite well, and that is the Sconnell Access. Okay, I'm part of the scheme. Now, what is Sconnell Access, you say? So, my local university is Salford and Manchester. Okay, now, what if I wanted to go and do some study away from home, but at the university? Well, Sconnell Access gives you that opportunity. So I can now access, both Salford and Manchester University's libraries. I can take out books, as I would with a normal library from them. But I think most universities, they don't let you use the equipment, as in the laptops and computers, because you need a university login. but they will allow you to take out the books and also study there as well. I know that the Salford University Library, they are 24 hours a day. You just beep yourself in and you can go at 3 o'clock in the morning if you can't sleep and go start studying, which is great. And also access to OU Library. As an Open University student, you do have access to the Open University Library if you are on campus. Okay, I've been there. It is a fantastic library, and it's so cozy as well because it's like little snugs, and you can have like little blankets, and you can do a bit of reading and do a bit of studying. It's lovely. It's a lovely place to be. And also, I believe Katrina has put a link to the library and Sconnell Access in the comments as well. Yeah, I can't say nothing better with regards to with regards to the libraries. Is Student Hub Live associated with the OU? Apologies. Is Student Hub Live associated with the OU? What is it? Student Hub Live. Basically, Student Hub Live is associated with the Open University. Okay. What is it? Good question. So, basically, student. Just bear with me 1 second. So basically, Student Hub Live, they offer lots and lots of various different events, like webinars, and they do things like study skills. So I believe they've had one on essay writing lately. There's lots and lots of different things that they host in order to help you as a student. But also, not just that, they also offer, like the association, they offer events, to become part of a community as well. So, that's a good question. So, why did you choose OU? Why did you choose to join USA as STEM rep? And what are your future plans for both study and USA? Okay. And did I mention drop-in sessions? Yes, I did. But I'll tell you in just a moment. So let me just answer them in order then. So why did you choose the Open University? Right, now I grew up from quite a deprived background, where opportunities were not that great, let's say. Now, I then realised that when I wanted to work in IT, a lot of employers were asking for the degree. I didn't have a degree, so I started looking at lots of different brick universities about what they needed to, for me to do a computing and IT degree. A lot of them were saying A levels. I didn't have A levels, but I stumbled across the Open University, and the Open University opened me with welcome art. You know what I mean. And let's face it, they're called open for a reason. It's open education for all. Okay, so why did I join USA as STEM rep? Well, it's a good lead on from the last question actually, because the reason why I joined as STEM rep is to give back. Yeah, so the Open University gave me the opportunity, the chance to study, so I wanted to give something back. And I'm a student as much as a lot of you are, and you have the views. By all means, come to me if you've got any issues that affect the student body. But also, you can get hold of me. Just to let you know by the email address is oustudents-stem@open.ac.uk. I believe Katrina will post that in the comments in just a moment. Okay, and what are your future plans for both study and USA? Well, study. I complete the degree will be a massive achievement for me at the moment, but I do want to go on and complete a master's in computing of some description. Just not sure what yet, but again, this is one of those things where I'm still weighing up, because I then may want to teach, so therefore I may take out a teaching degree. And would I do your masters with the OU? Yes, I would. Yes, I would, because I'm proud to be an OU student. I really am. And I'm not just saying that because I'm being paid, because I'm not. I am really proud to be an Open University student. Okay, so the last question that I haven't covered yet is, you mentioned drop-in sessions. Yes, so drop-in sessions for the faculty representative drop-in sessions, they happen on the third Wednesday of every single month from 6 till 7. Okay, it's an opportunity for you to have your voice heard with regards to issues that affect the student body, or any concerns that you have, or if you just want a chinwag with a faculty representative, really. And I believe Katrina has put a link in the chat as well. Okay, on that note then, what I'm going to do is I am going to end the stream. If you've got any questions, then by all means ping me an email. But for now, look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.